500,000. So, it should have been, put together, actually, and tendered. That's an oversight.
So what process was used in the procurement of the services for the repair of this? What form of procurement method was used?
Well, I think this is what you call split procurement.
I'm asking you,
yes,
what is the procurement method that was used by the procurement department
they use
to pay for the services?
They use RFQ instead.
RFQ.
Request for quotation.
So now, are you telling the Commission that they used a wrong procurement method, and this does not reflect in the documents that processed the service contract? Is that what you are telling the Commission?
Yes, that's what I mean.
And part of the reason, what is the other reason? Because you've highlighted, you've given me one reason, and you have highlighted another reason in your statement. What is the other reason? We just want to hear it.
That is the split procurement.
You have already said that. And what other reason?
Sorry, I don't recall exactly.
Your last page of your statement, the first paragraph and the last page, the last sentence, you said, and let me read, we were also having a very junior procurement officer at the time who did not understand much about procurement. So would it be correct to say that this is also one of the reasons why you got the entire process wrong?
That was also correct.
Now tell us, how junior was this junior procurement officer? What was his qualification, and how long was he serving? How long was he serving at the council, at the procurement unit? How long did that person serve in the procurement unit?
I would not know the right qualification of the person, but I understand that it's very junior one. I don't know, remember the nomenclature, whether it's procurement clerk or what. I am not sure actually in this case. All I know is that he is a very junior procurement officer at the time. So,
but Mr. Fofana,
yes,
I believe that you did some part course of auditing in your AAT program. Is that correct? Did you do any module in auditing during the course of your AAT level 1 or AAT level 2? Because you said you stopped at level 2.
Not much, yeah.
You did not do. Now, as an audit person, as somebody that was heading that department, how were you doing with the pre-auditing requirement in the council? Because for every transaction that the finance department does, it is provided for that they do a pre-audit of the transactions. Is that correct?
Yes.
So how were you conducting the pre-auditing? If you don't seem to know even the staffs that are within your council.
The pre-audit, that one, the voucher comes with all the necessary documentation that you are going to look at.
Yeah.
So at that level, you look at all the documents, if they are right or not. So that is routinely.
But in these circumstances, you couldn't see what was the defect or the problems of the documents that have been forwarded or that have been attached to the vouchers. To enable you proceed to validate the transaction for it to go to where it is supposed to go for payment.
Yeah, actually, that one was an oversight.
That is an oversight. Okay,
Human,
thank
yes.
you. Council, you may proceed.
Mr. Fofana, was there the bank reconciliation prepared by the finance department?
Yeah, the bank reconciliations. We were not given anyway, but I wouldn't be in the right position to say if they prepare.
What do you mean by that?
What I mean is, we do not look at the bank reconciliations regularly. So,
what is a bank reconciliation?
Hmm?
What is a bank reconciliation?
The bank reconciliation.
Yes.
Yes, you'll take your transactions in your cash book as against the transactions on your bank statement.
Yes.
To compare and see if they are.
So who is supposed to do that?
The finance department.
Where are they doing that?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
It's a yes or no answer. You should know whether it was done or not.
Yeah, we did not look at that, so I would not
I'm
be
not saying whether you looked at that. Was it done or not? You don't know.
No, I would not be able to.
You have no idea.
I would not be able to say.
Were you auditing the payroll?
The payroll.
Yes.
Yeah, it comes monthly, every month.
Were you doing corrected audit of the payroll?
Yeah, it comes on a monthly basis.
What do you mean it comes monthly? What does that mean?
Every month before they make their payment of salaries, they will send the payroll for vetting by the internal audit.
And then you will audit the payroll?
Yes.
Do we have evidence of that?
No.
Are these documented?
No, this is not documented actually.
It's not documented.
Yes.
How many bank statements did council keep between 2018 to 2020?
How many bank statements you mean?
Bank accounts, sorry.
All I know is Eco Bank, GT Bank, Trust Bank.
Please write it down. We will need a list. Did you audit the Malit project?
The collectors that collect the Malit tickets,
yes,
they will normally submit their monies.
Yes.
And the internal audit will usually check it against.
Against what?
Against their ticket books.
How many? Or who will maintain a cash book in council? We know there are 3 cashiers. Do you know about that?
Sorry?
How many cashiers are there in council at the time you were director of internal audit?
It used to be 2.
Used to be 2.
Yeah.
From 2018 to 2020, you have 2 cashiers.
Yes.
Are you sure it's 2?
Yes, the receiving and the paying cashier.
And the paying cashier.
Yes.
Do they have cash books as well?
Yes.
They have cash books.
Yeah.
Now, how about the revenue collectors?
Yes, they too.
They too have cash books as well.
Yes.
And then do you audit their cash books against the cashier's cash book?
Yeah, normally.
And the bank statements to verify whether amounts collected are in fact taken to the bank?
Yeah, normally they will.
Hold it.
They will bring their receipt books with their cash books.
Do you audit that? Are there any post audit?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. They will regularly bring their cash books along with their receipt books to the internal audit, routinely for checking of those collections to ensure that they have submitted it to the cashier.
But you don't conduct any post audit with respect to these cash books?
Post-audit is only done at the end of the year.
At the end of the year,
Yes.
which you don't do.
Which, sorry?
You do not do.
You say which we do not know?
Which you do not do when you were there between 2018 to 2020.
Yeah, audit, internal audit does that one.
And this is all for this witness for now. Please bring these documents that we have requested. Unless there are other questions, then we will review them and then get back to you.
Yes, Mr. Fofana, please bring us the documents relating to Mrs. Joanna Hall's issue for the double payment of the sum of 154,000. Are you taking notes, Mr. Fofana?
Yes, I'm taking note. Yeah.
Now, I said before you left in 2020, was this issue of double payment resolved?
No, this double payment, in fact, I did not realize it before leaving. So that's why I cannot say, if it was resolved.
No, I'm just asking you a question. Is it resolved? If it is not resolved, you indicate that it's not resolved.
Well,
is it resolved?
I have no idea, actually, whether it was. I have no idea.
During your time,
Yes.
you said you left in 2020,
Yes.
right? So as at the time you were leaving, was this issue of double payment resolved?
I will not be able to say that, actually, because the double payment thing, it seems like I only realized it, when I came here through the investigation. I realized the double payment. So since I did not realize it earlier, I would not be able to say if it was resolved, unless
No,
we
but
check.
Mr. Fofana, if you realize it now when you came to the investigation,
Yes.
what does that mean?
You were saying before 20.
No, you said, I told you by 2020 when you were leaving, whether this issue was resolved. You said you did not realize it earlier. You only realized it when you went to the investigators. So what is the implication of that realization?
Well, one would say that it was not resolved.
Thank you.
Yes.
Now, for the transactions of council, would it be correct to say that not all the transactions pass through internal audit for pre-auditing before payments are made?
Yes, this is possible.
I said, is it correct that transactions are made in the council which do not pass through audit department?
I will say it is possible, because if I say transactions don't pass through audit, that means I've seen that particular transaction and detected that it did not pass through the audit.
You know, the questions we are asking you are limited from 2018 to 2020 when you were there as head of the internal audit, right? So you said it's possible. We would take your evidence as it is.
Thank you.
And Mr. Fofana, we will call you back, and we have asked that you bring us some documents. And my last question will be, before you go, were you making use of the Local Government Finance and Audit Act? Are you conversant with that legislation? Have you ever gone through the Finance and Audit Act to have a guide as to what you are supposed to do vis-a-vis the work that was given to you?
Yes, I've gone through it.
So you knew what it contains when it comes to issues of audit?
Yes,
You knew all of that?
I can say yes.
All right. Okay, thank you. Honorable Commissioner Joyner has a question for you.
Mr. Fofana,
Yes, sir.
you have an interesting movement within the KMC. You are Assistant Director of Finance, Director of Finance, then to Internal Audit and all of these things. Now, what I wanted to say to you is, in all of these positions, you should be aware of the requirements before payment is authorized. As a Director of Finance, you know that the request has to originate from the people who are requesting this payment. And so forth, it has to go through the procurement process. That is when you are as a Director of Finance. And that too has to have passed through audit before payments are brought to you for approval or to give your consent that this payment should be made. Now, you've been moved back to the internal audit. So therefore, you should be very conversant as to the requirements for payments to be made. And you are sitting here telling us that you don't know, you are not aware. How do you want us to believe what you have been saying about the processes for payments to be made to individuals or to contractors? Is that a fair statement or fair conclusion?
No,
That you have acted as a Director of Finance and you are now internal audit and you do not know the processes for payments to be finally made to somebody?
No, I would not say that I did not know in all cases. You know, obviously there will be some cases where as out of human weakness, oversights and other issues will come in. But in most cases, I can say that in most cases, the vouchers are vetted properly. But notwithstanding, in some cases, really, issues can happen.
But have you ever flagged any payments not to have gone through a process that is complete?
You were doing that, many times. When they go back and get things, correct, then they come back to us, and then.
You see, I'm saying this because of your unique positions that you have held as Internal Director of Finance, as Internal Audit Director, and also as the Director of Finance. Those are two things that you must be aware or must be knowledgeable about the finance regulations. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think I understand what you're saying.
Because of
Basically,
that uniqueness, you should have been on top of things. You were there when you were paying out, you were there when the process is being done for them to be paid. So that's a unique position. So if you are not so sure, I think the letter written earlier is justifiable. Don't you think so?
As far as the payment vouchers are concerned, those ones I can assure you that in few cases issues can happen, but mainly in most of the cases we are able to get the vouchers done properly.
But that goes back to the question that the Elite Council asked you. Are you competent enough to have been holding those two positions? And your answer was emphatic, you don't think so. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that one, because it has clearly said that someone with the master's degree is what is supposed to be.
But you cannot have a master's degree, but yet can perform the job. Like bank reconciliation, you don't need a master's degree to do a bank reconciliation.
No, but bank reconciliation, I am not responsible of doing that one. It's to
But
check.
have you seen it? When you were there as director of finance, one of your tasks is to provide a monthly bank reconciliation. As the director, whether you give it to another person to do it, but was it being done?
This is what I'm saying.
That is not my question. As director of finance, one of your tasks is to provide monthly bank statements to the council for them to know the position of their finances. Was that being done? Whether you delegate it to somebody else or whatever, was that being done?
I think let me clarify
No,
this.
it's a yes or no.
No, I was not director of finance. I was director of internal audit. That's why I want to clarify.
No, you were also director of finance, served as finance director.
I thought you were asking me bank reconciliations.
No, just hold on. I'm saying this statement because of your position. You said I was appointed as acting director of finance until 2008. I'm saying whilst you were director of finance, did you ensure that this bank reconciliation is done and presented to the council?
Or you mean during my time whether I was doing bank reconciliations? When I was director of finance, yes, I was doing bank reconciliations. But I thought the question is that when I was director of audit, the one who was director of finance, is he doing the bank reconciliation or not?
No, you see, that's my problem with you. I'm being specific in all my questions. Now, I said because of the uniqueness of the positions that you have held within the KMC, you should be able to know whether X is done, B is done, C is done. But you just don't be a director of internal audit, forgetting that you were in the position as director of finance at one stage, and you should know what you should be looking for. And you never looked for those things. That is my question. So that was a lapsus on your capacity to verify whether the director of finance, during the time that you are internal director of audit, did not do A, B, and C, for you to give an informed opinion about what is happening within the finances of the council? You don't have an answer.
No,
Okay, lead counsel. Thank you.
Yes, let me just ask you one last question, Mr. Fofana. On the issue of frequent contracts awarded to Lankaramos Suare, during the course of you being the head of internal audit, did you have the cause to flag the issue?
Lankaramos Suare.
Yes. Did you have the opportunity to flag the issue?
I'm trying to recall the issue, which particular
No,
issue.
answer the question and then you can explain. Did you, seeing that there are frequent contracts being awarded to Mr. Lang Karamo Suare and they are not in compliance with the rules, did you have the opportunity to flag it with a view to finance department correcting the situation?
Now, as far as the frequent contracting of Lankaramos Suare is concerned, that one, they made a contractual agreement with him,
Yeah.
and then they repeat this. They repeat this as the need arises. So that frequency, that one, I don't see the problem with that one, because the council agreed to, give
Okay,
him.
please
give him-
provide us with the whole of the documentations of all those contracts that were done by Lankara Mosware. Please note that. Now, prior to you leaving, did you take any loan from the council?
Myself, you mean?
Yes.
No.
For the AAT level 1 and level 2, were you supported by council to
No.
pay for the
No.
studies?
No.
Thank you. So, Mr. Fofana,
Yes.
you're discharged, and we hope to receive your documents that we have asked you to bring by next week, Thursday.
But may I ask about the access to these, some of these documents?
Yes.
Already, I have made to
You
understand.
can come to the commission and check with the registrar, who will assist you to check on to the documents that were submitted to us, if what we have asked you is part of the documents that we have received from the council. All right?
Okay.
You are hereby discharged, and we will notify you when we need you to come back to continue on your evidence. Thank you. Please, registrar, call the next witness.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Mr. Witness. Can you speak into the mic, please? Good afternoon and welcome to this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and Related Matters. Mr. Witness, what is your religion?
Muslim.
Can you speak into the mic, please?
Muslim.
In which language do you wish to make your testimony?
English.
Do you wish to swear by the Holy Quran or make an affirmation?
Affirmation.
Affirmation. Okay, Madam Chair, the witness wishes to make an affirmation. Can you use your right hand into the air and then repeat after me? I,
Basirou Nji,
do solemnly,
do certainly,
sincerely, and truly declare,
and to make declare,
and truly declare, and affirm that the evidence I shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Thank you. You may be kindly seated. Madam Chair, the witness is sworn. I have the honor to hand over the witness to proceed.
Good afternoon, Mr. Njai.
Yes, good afternoon.
You are welcome.
Yes.
Counsel, can we please proceed?
Please state your name,
I am Basirou Nji,
your address.
Old Joshua.
Mr. Njai, you recall giving a statement to the investigators?
Yes.
We would ask that you be given a copy.
Okay.
Please go through it and tell the commission whether that is a statement that was obtained from you.
Yes, that's it.
We apply to tender the statement of the witness, Basirou Nji, 28th of April 2023, into evidence as an exhibit.
The statement dated, the statement of the witness, Mr. Basirou Nji, dated the 28th of April 2023, is admitted in evidence as an exhibit and marked as LGC/BN/KMC/001.
As the commission places. Now, Mr. Nji, what is your educational background?
I beg your pardon?
Your educational background.
I am Basirou Nji. I attended Gambia Muslim High School in 1993, GCE O levels. And I have my diploma in accounting and finance and auditing in 2008. I have my HND in higher national diploma in accounting and finance and auditing in 2020. And I have my bachelor's degree. I have my bachelor's degree in accounting and finance in 2023.
Now, when were you employed by the Carnegie Municipal Council?
In 2007,
Do you have your appointment letter?
yes,
Were you confirmed as well?
yes.
May I please see these documents?
Confirmation upgrading promotion. Yeah.
We apply to tender the offer of appointment as audit clerk to Basirou Nji, 11 April 2007. Confirmation of appointment, 11 August 2008. Promotion letter, date is 28th April 2009. And a letter of upgrading the witness, Mr. Nji, from 7.8 to 8.1. effect from 1st August 2003, all into evidence as an exhibit.
The following documents presented by the witness are admitted as follows. A letter dated the 11th of April 2007 with reference KMC/ADM/055 addressed to Basirou Nji, care of Studio River Gambia, Sarakunda. The letter is signed by Dua Ojata for Chief Executive Officer, and it is copied to the Lord Mayor, KMC, Finance Director, Internal Auditor, IT Manager. A letter dated the 28th of April 2009 is from the Director of Administration with the caption promotion. The letter is signed by Dua Ojata, and it is copied to the Lord Mayor, the Internal Auditor, and Hadi Juf, Binta Barrow, and the witness himself. A letter dated the 11th of August 2008 with reference KMC/ADM/055 addressed to Mr. Basirou Nji, Audit Clerk, KMC. The letter is from the Kanifing Municipal Council with the caption confirmation of appointment. The letter is signed by Dua Ojata for Chief Executive Officer, and it's copied to the Lord Mayor and Internal Auditor. A letter dated the 24th of July 2023 addressed to Mr. Basirou Nji from Human Resource Manager and copied to Lord Mayor, Chief Executive Officer, Director of Administration with the caption upgrading. And the letter is signed by Demboja. These documents are admitted together and they are marked as LGC/BN/KMC/002.
As the Commission places. Now, going by your statement, you assume the role of acting director of the internal audit department. Is that correct?
No, for say?
Going by your statement,
Yes.
you were acting director internal audit?
Sorry. No, I say no to that.
Okay. What is your full name?
I am Basirou Nji.
I see, if you turn to page 2 of your statement. The second paragraph, maybe I am reading it wrongly, but it says presently, as the most senior audit officer in the audit department of the said council, I am also the overseer of the position of the director of internal audit, which responsibility I assumed since February 2021, when the former director, Ebrima S.K Fofana, was relieved from his appointment in 2021.
Yes, I can explain to this. You know, what I said at the senior officer.
Please increase your voice.
What I said, I'm the most senior officer at this time. When Ebrima S.K Fofana was leaving the institution, and they said presently there must be a handing over to somebody else at the office, at the internal audit department. I was there, and the other guy was there.
Who is the other guy?
The other guy was assistant manager.
What is the other guy's name?
That is Hadi Juf Sow.
Hadi?
Hadi Juf Sow. And I am Basirou Nji, the senior internal audit officer.
You don't have a middle name, do you?
Hadi Basirou Nji.
Do you have any middle name?
No middle name.
Okay.
Only Basirou Nji. So the position was handed over, the official handing over was done to me.
To you. Do you have a copy of the handing over?
No handing over copy, no letter pertaining to this transfer. This thing. Only the handing over note was given to me.
Where is the handing over note?
It's here.
Can we please see it? We apply to tender the handing over notes from the Director of Internal Audit to the Chief Executive Officer. Copied is the Lord Mayor, 15th of January 2021. It is signed by Ebrima S.K Fofana, Officer handing over, Officer taking charge, Basirou Nji, and the witness is Ibu Ndele, is it Mbuk?
Ibu Ndele Mbuk.
Mbuk.
Yeah, the commissioner, the present commissioner,
yes.
Police, municipal
yes,
police.
Thank you very much. Yes. Into evidence as an exhibit. Do you confirm it is just 2 pages? The handover notes?
No, let me check. Let me check. You have this one. This is one of. Okay. Three. This one. This one. 4. They're the same. Yes, they are the same. Yeah, that's correct. That's the correct one.
Can you please?
That's the correct one, the present one given to you.
It has 4 pages.
4 pages, yes.
A letter dated the handing over notes dated the 15th of January 2021 to the Chief Executive Officer from the Director of Internal Audit, and it's copied to the Lord Mayor. And the handing over notes are signed by Ebrima S.K Fofana, officer handing over, officer taking charge Basirou Nji, witness Ibu Ndela Mbup. This document is admitted as an exhibit in evidence, and it's marked as LGC/BN/KMC/004.
As the commission places. Now, please proceed. You were explaining why you were not the acting director of internal audit.
Yes, all this process happens at the time when they said Ebrima Fofana should hand over to one of the staffs at KMC, Internal Audit Department. Then at that time, I was the senior internal audit officer, and there is a lady called Hadi Diouf, assistant manager. Then we were called at the office of the CEO. Then the CEO was Senab Martin Sonko. Then our files, personal files were recalled, and they looked into the files. That's where the CEO decided that presently, as far as I have my HND, I'm the most qualified person than the other one at this moment. Then the handing over will be done to me. Then later they will regularize the status of the internal audit department. This is how I take the offer at that time. And we will be working as a team since I hand over to the current director.
When did you hand over to the current director?
We hand over to the current director in 2023.
So when I said that you were the acting director of finance, would that be correct or wrong?
I was not receiving any incentive to do that. No letter was given to me.
You were?
No letter was given to me as acting. No amount of allowances were paid to me. All my basic salary and the allowances on the senior management position, I was paid to that. That means the sacrifice job of the internal audit was done by me, but not actually I am the acting, I'm on the acting capacity.
So how would you describe your position?
I'm still the senior internal audit.
No, as at the time, 2021, when there was no director, how would you describe your position?
Still senior.
No, you said overseer. In your statement, you said you were overseeing the position of the director of internal audit. These are your words.
Yes, overseeing.
I'm not reading from any other document or my opinion. I'm just using your words as you described them. You said, I am also the overseer of the position of the director of internal audit. You not receiving the benefits is something else, but you overseeing in that position is also a fact.
That's correct.
Exactly. So
I'm overseeing the position because the handing over was done to me. I signed the handing over.
Yeah. So if you were not given the benefits and everything, I mean, that's another situation. Which, of course, you were right. You may be right. Let me say, and then that's important. But the idea that you were the most senior and you were overseen and there was handover done to you, that's a fact.
Okay.
Do you agree? You don't have to agree.
I agree.
Yeah, good. In 2021, moving forward, as the overseer of the Director of Internal Audit Office or Department, how were you conducting your functions?
Yes, I was able to, because it was very tough on me the time our director left the Internal Audit Department.
The what?
It was very tough on the Internal Audit Department.
Why?
The job was very tough on us. I can
Why?
say the team. Because whatever I am doing presently or at that time at the Internal Audit Department, even if you go through my reports, I say the Internal Audit team. The team has suffered a lot concerning, in relation to our functions.
Can you please explain further?
Yeah, because what happened is the Internal Audit Department at the time of Mr. Fofana was given a vehicle.
Was given a vehicle?
Yes, Mr. Fofana was having a vehicle of Internal Audit Department.
Yes.
That's whereby all the other staffs of Internal Audit Department, we use that vehicle to do the functions of the internal audit, especially the outside functions. But as far as when that vehicle was, Mr. Fofana left and that vehicle was taken away from us, we were nowhere, just sit at the office, whatever comes to we read. So we have this thing because we have a work plans. We prepare work plans every year.
Every year?
Yes, we prepare work plans. Then through that work plans, we see that there is outdoor exercises.
There
These outdoor exercises,
yes,
not only inside office exercise. We have to go to the markets because we have over 15 markets to look into. And because of this, what happens to our former director, we don't want that to happen to us.
And what is that?
Because they said he was not producing audit reports.
Okay.
So we were trying to do our level best so that we can produce reports.
Yes.
This effort of producing reports give us a very tough time because we used to struggle a lot to make sure that we have our information. We go outside to look for information. We audit outside, and we have our audit reports, and we give out reports. Because if you see our time, we have given over 15 reports to council.
Reports. Please proceed.
Yes, we have given over 15 reports to council, and without even a vehicle. And I want these reports, outside transaction or outside works were done, because sometimes when the payment vouchers come to audit, we have to go and look for maybe the clarification of prices in the field. We don't have a vehicle. We have to go to the markets. We don't have a vehicle. We have to go to like Charles Chow branch of the council. We don't have a vehicle. Like Bakote Fish Market, we have to check all and other 15 markets outside. We don't have a vehicle. Sometimes I sacrifice a lot. What I do is I use to give fair to my people, and I lead them. We go to the field markets so that we can have this exercise done. We have our report on the table.
Mr. Njai, if I have to be honest, you've really done what you could under the circumstance. And what you were explaining here, the way I understand it, is that you were not given the environment.
Yes, environment was not friendly.
Was not really conducive for you to perform your functions well.
Yes.
And knowing the importance of internal audit, you are answerable to council, and you should be provided with all the necessary support that you need to perform your functions. Is that not the case?
That's supposed to be the case.
Yes.
Because this happens when we talk to the then DCO.
Yes.
We call it the DCO, Deputy Director of Deputy CEO.
Who is that?
Deputy CEO was Kajali at that time.
Yes.
Because when we are handing over, it was done to me, it was time of Deputy Kajali Jane. So when I talk to him sometimes concerning about this transportation matter, he just asks me, just write to me, I will facilitate the transportation for you. You know, at the time, most of the time we stay at, if you know, multipurpose center, we are far from the head office.
Yes.
The internal audit was far from the head office. We are at the Canifing near the hospital road, where the multipurpose center is. That's
Yes.
where we are. So to travel from there, even the payment vouchers, we have to look for lift. We have to look for other means like bicycle or to drive in on top of the riders to make sure that I got to the head office for these things to be done. All these payments is a problem to me. Even the payment vouchers to be reached at this thing is a problem. And then when I wrote to him, he told me that he will be providing vehicle to us, but it was not happening. So I still to do that. When I sit down and fold my hands, I'll be also fall into a track like my former director was in. So we have to do something, and I said, my people, I will be sacrificing every day. We will be going to the field and we'll be reviewing the reports. That's why we are able to, because of my sacrifice and the teamwork we are doing presently or that time, that gives us courage and whatsoever to make sure that our reports are on timely.
Mr. Fofana, Mr. Njai, that's a very extreme circumstance. You had to hitch a ride, or as we say it, look for a lift.
Yes.
For the audience to understand.
Of course.
Disregarding the English language, we have a principle here. I don't want to be corrected, but apparently, it is that bad. The situation was that bad regarding how you are constrained in performing your functions. You've explained that you were not in the same premises. You were far away from the head office. Correct?
Yes.
You're all the way near the hospital.
Hospital. Yes.
Is it the Canifing General Hospital?
Yes, Canifing General Hospital.
Yes. And so if you have to be going back and forth to the headquarters or the main office, you'll have to hitch a ride. You'll have to ask for a lift or a ride.
Yes.
And then that was how difficult it was. And they knew this situation.
Council
were aware of the situation.
They are 100% aware of what we are facing.
And they still refuse to solve the problem.
Because they don't even want audit to be near them. Even when this new building was ready at that time, when I struggled a lot to have a space at the internal audit department to have a space there, because we were allocating a space, that's what they told us. All of a sudden they said I should be staying at the multipurpose. This was led by, and Malik Jones, they used to come to the office. I told Malik Jones, look, don't steal us our office. I told him that I have to be here, because whatever I'm facing, the transportation, whatsoever, we have to be here. As far as we don't have a space,